call here Chris from London. We got Chris from London, a Newcastle lad as well. Chris, how are you, mate?
Hello, mate. Yeah, I can't complain about the game today. I saw something today that I haven't seen all season, to be fair. I saw a number 9 that was willing to take the ball and was asking for it. I saw 2 attacking midfielders. They were going at goal, just not going the right way, basically. If they fed more through to Vissa, we would have got more goals. Mm-hmm. But Chris, the second half, mate, bringing on those 2 wingers, I get they get paid money, but they did nothing.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Like the team looked worse towards the end when Tonali, he did a good job covering the back line. Yeah, he was a bit shaky at the beginning, but he got back and saved our bacon a couple of times. And your point earlier, I'm sorry, mate, but Voldemar has 1 goal in 10 games. He didn't look like he was fitting into the system for the last 20 minutes. If we want to win something this year, I think the number 9, who we gave the 9 to, might have to play.
Totally agree. Yeah. Voldemar is a 10, not a 9.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all. Voldemar is a number 9. I'm sorry. If you go watch Nagelsmann for Germany, he's banging in goals. We don't play the system that suits Voldemar. That's the issue.
I agree with that 100%. To where I was more shocked, anything, not even about Wish. I think Wish had a good game. Although he, to be honest, it did start coming. His energy level started coming down, and he wasn't doing the same thing he was doing in the first half.
You'd think after that injury, there's a reason. I was surprised he was on for so long, Chris, because Gary knows tactics, right? If you can get a number 10, like look at what Ramsey was doing. Like him and Willock were getting a bit confused with each other. But if you can get at least 1 or 2 players to start feeding the ball through to a guy that likes poaching inside the ball, and look at you saw 2 wingers today, Chris, crosses, mate.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Players can get down the line and cross the ball because I'm sorry, Alanga and Gordon in that derby, I didn't ring up because I lost my rag, mate. I can't accept that. He's getting paid 150 grand a week, and as everybody stated, he has not assisted a goal in 11 months. Why does he play for our football club?
Well, my surprise
because
tonight.
He offers nothing.
My surprise tonight wasn't. I think was good, but my surprise tonight was that the team actually wanted to for the center forward, and that was the difference here. And as you mentioned, that's how I agree that the team tonight played for the center forward, looked for the center forward. And when Voltemata is on the pitch or has been on the pitch, Voltemata has had to feed himself scraps all season.
Mate,
that's my issue.
I'm sorry, but he did get involved today, and Gordon waved to him, play me through. And what did he do? He ran around in circles, got caught up in play, and didn't get the ball to no one. I'm sorry, but you have to give Voldemar a down for that. If you can't see someone making a run and you're the number 9...
You're talking about the derby.
I'm sorry, you can't defend him. No, but the point is, there were 2 players running on. He got past the ball. Gordon looked at him, ran straight in front of him, and all he did was spin around in a circle and got lost with the ball.
Are you talking about the derby? That's that open play in the first half where...
No, today. Like today, when Voldemar came on,
I missed
he got given the ball and all you could see was Gordon put his hand up. I'm running through. And even afterwards, you saw Gordon look at him as if, am I invisible?
But to be fair, even though Wissa was up there, the ultimate striker, better than Ronaldo Van Basten.
No, mate, we can't. No. So I'm going to cut you off there. I think, and I'm looking at this. I heard you earlier on. Mm-hmm. You want players in the team that have names, not players that are actually going to try and fight and win. Because as soon as people mention how good Vista was, you put your face down, and all you care about is Voldemar playing up front. I saw that from you today.
I want the best
as
players
soon as that guy rung up and said about how good Vista was, you put your head down and ignored what he had to say.
No, I told you Wissa was good. I told you Whistle was good. What else you want me to say? I can't worship him. So I mean, it is what it is. I actually think. No, hold on. First of all, there's no name thing because Wissa has a more renowned name than Voltemata does. So that's nonsensical for you. No. Because Wissa is established Premier League center forward. Voltemata is a kid that comes from Germany.
How good Miley was, and he said that he wanted him to play, and you just brushed it opposite. No, a big name can play instead.
No, I never said a big name, nothing. You when Gary Moore called about Miley needs to play.
You said no, Miley. Why would we put Miley in over Tonali? That's come out your mouth. I've watched the show.
Well, Tonali's a better player than Miley. That's if you don't think that, then that's your problem.
But the fact is,
that's something for you to figure out, not me.
I'm sorry, but it's down to a manager picking players on form, not their names. That's the whole reason why we don't want Elanga and Gordon in the team, because all they're playing is their wage and their name. They have not shown anything all season.
I'm assuming you're not comparing Gordon and Elanga's form to Tonali's form, because it's night and day.
No, Tonali's been off for 4 games.
Yeah,
apparently he's
not as bad. Not as bad as Elanga and Gordon. I think you would agree with that, right?
Our team is not based on names. It's based on who plays the best. That's how football's always worked. If you're rubbish, we pull you out, we put someone else in. I don't know what Eddie's preference is with playing his favourites, but any top manager, if you have 2 or 3 bad games, you're out.
That's a different thing. But you're not going to tell me that Pep Guardiola is going to bench Haaland because he stopped scoring for 4 games in a row. That's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen. No, it won't. No. Now you're lying to yourself. Now you're lying to yourself.
No. You can't argue with me.
I am arguing with you.
Pep Guardiola played Phil Foden up front for a whole season because he didn't have a striker. Pep will play with what suits his system.
Pep will not bench Haaland. Don't lie to yourself, man.
They won the title with Phil Foden up front.
And Haaland wasn't there?
Haaland
wasn't there?
They're front lined.
Haaland wasn't there?
No, they didn't have Haaland. They didn't have him. They played with Phil Foden and they won the Premier League. Right? You can't give this, Pep would have done this. Pep is a world-class manager. He will play any player in any position and he will get results.
For the most part. Yeah. But he's still going to play his best players. He's still going to play his best players.
No, that's the point. He doesn't have to.
You got to find a balance. I do agree. Hold on. I do agree that the favorite type players like Gordon, who absolutely plays rubbish, and Elanga, who absolutely play rubbish for the whole season, then there's no defending that. I do agree with that. And I do agree for Joe Linton, Miley needs to play. Miley needs to play for Joe Linton anytime. But if you ask me whether Tonali or Miley, then you are losing it if you think that Tonali needs to be on the bench over Miley.
Because the fact is, we don't have fullbacks. So if a kid's willing to play right back, because he knows it's best for the team, you're gonna play. That's the kind of play you want to keep in the squad.
Really? Because so what about Dan Burn? Dan Burn.
Ask Gary. Gary will tell you.
No, that's fine. Gary can have his opinion. I'm not talking to Gary right now. I'm talking to you though. No. Don't cop out.
That's a play you keep.
Don't cop out. I'm not talking to Gary right now. I'm talking to you. So don't look for help. I'm asking you. You whinging whine about
no, mate, I'm
Burn.
Asking you to ask a bloke that actually knows about football.
You whinge about Burn playing left back. Burn wants to play. He wants to do it for the team. He volunteers. He plays for the badge. So why can't you? Why don't you accept? Why don't you accept Burn playing left back? But you will accept Miley playing right back.
I'm sure you're not listening to anything I'm telling you. I have never, ever mentioned Dan Burn.
So you think Dan Burn plays great at left back?
I've never mentioned him, but you seem to be bringing out that I have.
I'm asking a question. So maybe I don't know what you think. So do you think that Burn plays great at left back?
I think that a left back should play left back.
So I just asked you about Dan Burn though. Do you think Burn plays great at left back?
Well, I don't know, mate. Dan Burn's got
you don't know.
A punctured lung and broken ribs, so he's not going to play.
Okay, all right, that's fine. You don't want to answer that. That's no problem. But it is what it is.
No, you don't get it, do you?
No, I do get it.
You are asking me a question about Dan Burn. He cannot play. He's injured.
It doesn't matter. You're missing the bigger point. But that's fine. I think we can agree. I think we can agree that Miley needs to play.
If he was available, he's not available.
I think we can agree that Miley needs to play. But if you ask me over Tonali, no way in hell. Over Joe Linton, no doubt about it.
Then you're choosing names over performances.
No. I'm choosing our best player and trusting that he will return.
You are choosing names over performances.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference between Tonali, who's having a bad spell, if you will, than Elanga, who has never proven to be a great footballer at Newcastle United. Not once, not even today when he came
Exactly. So you are proving my point.
There is a difference between the two.
You are choosing players' names over performances.
There's a difference between the two. And you don't want to see
all
that.
you've mentioned is Tonali, his name. You've not mentioned how bad he was for the past 4 games.
Of course I have.
You literally just want to play names.
Of course I have. No. You're wrong about that. Of course I have.
No, you're proving my point. You would rather choose players who have a good name over a person that's had a good performance.
No. I'm choosing Tonali, who's been our most important player last season, who I still believe he is our best player overall. And this season as well, except the last 4 games.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You mentioned our most important person last season.
You can't compare. He went to Liverpool. And this season as well. And this season, except for the last 4 or 5 games, if you will. If you want to give, I'll give you that. But you're comparing him to Gordon, who hasn't played good in the last 2 years, and Ilanga, who's never played good at Newcastle United. So there's a difference.
I've never mentioned him to Gordon. You were the one that's comparing this. I said Gordon and that shouldn't play. They shouldn't. At all.
They shouldn't.
Because I said to you, he has not assisted a goal in 11 months.
Okay, well, listen, that's fine.
That's what I told you literally 5 minutes ago. I am calling out the fact that you seem to want names instead of performances.
No, I just no.
You want Voldemar to be up front, even though he hasn't scored in 10 games.
So how many chances has he been given to score? I want to know that.
It's not the point.
Do you know? No, it is the point.
This is it today.
It's not the point. What do you mean?
Midfield took the ball.
Voldemar scored in his debut as well. So what are you on about? What are you on about?
Are you listening?
No, I am listening. I don't think you are listening.
Else can hear
I think you want to scapegoat.
But I just said to you, Visser made himself available and went and found the ball. You were making up anything that comes in your head.
No. Actually, I think we should play with both. And he still doesn't do that. He's not going to do that. That's my bigger problem than arguing over
he won't. This part. What? He is not going to change from 4-3-3.
Well, then that's a problem. I think both. We need. I think Newcastle United need either Voldemar and Visser together up there. But he's not going to do that. I think that's the bigger problem.
What are they going to play?
That's the bigger discussion.
Because 4-4-2 has not worked in English football since 1996.
I'm not talking about 4-2-2. 4-2-3-1.
That was Man United.
4-2-3-1. You can still play that with wingers. So
who's going to play number 10?
Either Voldemar or Visser. Either Voldemar or Visser.
He's not number 10.
Either Voldemar or Visser. Both can play there.
Germany, if you've actually watched them in Germany.
Sorry, can you tell me any point during this season, and I'll ask you this because you would know, out of the 20-something games we have played this season, how many goals has Voldemar assisted?
2.
A big fat 0.
Well, Bell's is Andy Bell's saying 2, but you're very you're stuck in, I guess, thinking that the 10 only assists and the forward only crosses and the striker only scores. This is not the football that's it's played nowadays.
No.
They can interchange.
Why are you putting words into my mouth?
They can play off each other.
No, Voldemar and Visser. So
why would I tell you? You don't need an assist maker.
It's been a whole story about me saying something.
Why is shouting?
Have I said anything about what a 10 does?
Did Voldemar not?
You just spin your own narrative.
No, not at all.
Michael, can I ask you a quick question?
I told you he can't play a number 10, and you're going, so number 10 doesn't assist or score. Did that come out of my mouth?
But you're asking whether Voldemar can assist. So you're asking that as if a 10 needs to do that nonstop and solely doing that. That's exactly what you're talking about. So, and I'm telling you,
job is to assist.
And I'm telling you,
to create opportunities for other players.
And he can do that. He can do that if it needs done. Voldemar can do that, or play striker, or Visser behind him. Visser has played winger for the Congo. Do you know that?
Visser
did you know that?
I know he does. He plays for Congo, but for Brentford he didn't because Sade played left wing and the other guy played right wing. Visser actually was the covering striker for Brentford City.
Did Voldemar not assist Bruno's goal when he curled it in against Everton? There's an assist. So you see.
Anyways, listen, we got 15 minutes already. We're 50 minutes already in, so we gotta let Chris go. But Chris will call us again because he always calls us, and we have a good conversation. We're gonna let you go, Chris. Any last thoughts on? Are you over the derby now, or are you? Is this game?
No, I'm not over the derby. All I'm saying is I saw things today that means there is another way of playing. Yeah. Bring a guy in the box and get players to feed it to him. Because apart from Willock always trying to run in front of Visser so Visser can't score, everything else seemed to be all right. The one problem I have, though, is if you're playing 2 defenders on their own while everybody else is up front, What happens when you get a team that's fast and can just run the other direction over the top of the defender?
I agree with that. I agree with
that.
Interesting.
We got to let Chris go, though. We got other calls trying to call in.
Because a lot of times today, the defence looked shaky.
Okay. I agree. I would agree with that. Chris, thank you for calling, man. We'll talk soon, okay? Call us again.
Take care, Chris.
he didn't even say bye. Call us now, folks. Have your say. 0191 916 8864. You can call and challenge anybody here.